It is transmission required.
Oh no, coming.
Actually, I was going to make a comment as well, but I volunteered.
It is a broad visual recall again. So what he has said, I think, means using those rural kiosks, we are increasing the digital divide because they don't make people aware, means how to use internet, and they are instead providing services to those individuals. So in those way, they left people illiterate for means internet, and they are just providing services. So
teaching the public
means people are not becoming aware means how to use internet. They are just providing services to the individuals. So then people just go to those kiosks and make their work done. So I think it actually makes the bridge widen, means we have the space widen. We have to make a long bridge to cover that digital divide. And when we are talking about Internet of Things also, so the scenario will entirely change when that type of phenomena came into picture. Because Internet of Things, for that will require different type of technologies, means when 5G will come, different type of heterogeneous cells, femto cells, pico cells, news will also be there, and I too am working on millimeter waves. So when that Internet of Things technology come into picture, that digital divide will also increase. So means you have to think about that how it can be reduced actually.
Sir, I moved it, and I guess the stage has reached. Maybe just a little bit of humor perhaps is necessary. To start with, it's clearly designed Prime Minister Queen Victoria, who said lies, damn lies and statistics. So whenever somebody wants to, what I can call as, look into statistics, please be a bit aware of what it really means. Any statistic can be thrown at us. Secondly, absolutely nobody at all how many dollars are lost and so on. But anyway, that's besides. I really don't know. Sometimes when I think about, I'm actually very bored as you know. I've seen so many things going before my own eyes. And you look into the future, at least in the city parks and so on, surely you will also be observing that the weaker sections are now taking to English medium education. In fact, it is supposed to be below one celebrity level, not to get the children admitted to English medium. What Lord Macaulay couldn't do in 1857, we are doing it 100 times over now. What does all this mean by the way? This means that the question of access will gradually disappear or gets dissipated as time goes by. Okay, I hope that you really enjoy a bit of humor I will serve.
I also wanted to make a comment. Sorry. I'm Sai, I'm from IIIT, I'm a volunteer here. I'm also working on accessibility, web accessibility. And in Indian context, it's not just body disability accessibility problem, language, but also socio-cultural issues as well. So existing content, as you're trying to access it, because of metaphors, because of cultural aspects and other things, they become difficult for people to decipher. So you need figuring out how to annotate it, figuring out how to enable such annotations to make it more accessible. And I'm interested in that, and I'd like to talk to you. Thanks.
So where do we go on this one? Accessibility and access.
I have a comment.
Yes. You propose a solution.
No, it's kind of solution, but again, that's also a challenge. I have a different perspective from what Abhishek has shared. In a country where English is not a predominant language and people might not be literate or literate, internet needs to be accessed by all. It is just not sending Gmails, it can be availing any of the G2C services or anything. And that's where shared PC access or assisted access works. We don't have that kind of purchasing power which everyone has. Smartphones might be there in cities. Everyone cannot afford a laptop or a PC. And that's where the rural kiosks or the cyber cafes come in. While they might not be sharing how to use internet, but when internet did start in the country, it was most of the people who went to the cyber cafes or kiosks and learned how to use internet. And that's also happening in the villages. So we must not forget the non-Indian non-English speaking population or the people who need assisted internet. I'll give you a small example. My father is a doctor. He is very literate as per any terms. He, however, refrains from using computer or PC. He would rather rely on assisted service than use the internet himself. And I think that's where shared PC access works and helps in spreading access.
Kelvin, you said API here. Does it make sense to make a proposal on a workshop for the access, for the mass, and or accessibility on that workshop? Because APSIG, we are thinking, actually we are looking for the volunteer who can organize about 5-6 hours. So they're full day workshop on either for the access for the mass or the accessibility for the handicap. On the APRIGF, since you comment on the APRIGF, it's another. Go ahead.
Thanks, Proton. So I don't speak for the APRIGF. So APRIGF is run by a group called the Multistakeholder Steering Committee. I'm part of that committee as well. So how APRIGF works is that anybody can come in to suggest a workshop. But of course, it will be duly assessed, evaluated by a committee. So we have, of course, we have some themes and some sub-themes, but I'm sure accessibility could fall in somewhere. So if you're interested, I think with APRIGF 2017 is going to be in Australia, and they should be calling for workshops quite soon. Usually, I can't really remember when, but sometime in the start of the year. So feel free to suggest workshops, and if you put in a strong workshop proposal, I'm sure it will be well noted. So I just wanted to add a few points because I see that internet access, affordability, digital content, skills building, some of these are all mentioned in your interventions. And I just have the right paper for you, since this is a School of Internet Governance. There is a paper that is written by David Lin of Boston Consulting Group called the Connecting the Unconnected. So it takes into see people nodding ahead, perhaps you have seen it before. It takes into account the so-called Asia 16. Unfortunately, India and China are not part of it. So the idea is that they try to remove some countries that's very expensive in terms of land and influences like China, India, and of course people, and of course some countries that has a higher GDP per capita like Singapore, Brunei. So, but taking into account the sort of countries in the middle, basically Southeast Asian nations and some South Asian nations as well. So these group of nations actually have 1 billion population, and of that, I think 700 million people are not connected yet. So there is a lot of there's a lot of material in this particular paper that speaks to the things that we have been talking about, which is how we can promote competition, how we should be, how policymakers should be taking into account business innovations and not have policies in place that hinder innovations, for example. So some of these are discussed at length in this paper, so I encourage you to have a look at this.
He told me we have a 5 minutes. Okay, go ahead. Microphone.
I'm Otto from I'm wondering how the National Research Education Network may contribute.
And it's almost half of the world. So I think it will be better if we make a discussion on how to bridge that digital divide, because we have a big population here, and digital divide is also there. So without it, I think it will not be successful for internet governance. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe I want to talk on this accessibility, digital divide, since that's the one obvious area we have to address. What you want to name us?
My name is Awal. I'm from Bangladesh. I think the concept is quite similar here in India and in Bangladesh. It's the same, I think, or similar. So most of the points are raised by others. So one thing is, recently our government has took a couple of good initiatives. One of them is to convert all the government websites to local language like Bengali. But the issue is, not many people are using the website. The content is ready, the connection is good, but the users are not going to use this because of the lack of knowledge of digital divide, and also not all the information are updated or available all the time. So there is content accuracy is an issue. So yeah, I request the managers to discuss on this. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Amrita.
Hearing about digital divide and access issues, we have participants from countries like Afghanistan and others. Can we share the experience, or if you have some knowledge about what's happening in those nations that can be shared with this particular aspect?
Okay, let's sort of pick up this access issue in a broad sense, including accessibility and the digital divide. How do we bring those 1-2 billion new internet users and those minority who has accessibility problem? Is anyone want to raise? If you go to the US, North America, they have a conference on accessibility. It's very impressive, attractive. And why don't we have those conference in Asia? Is anybody planning this accessibility conference? They call the A11Y? Yeah, New York City, Toronto, and all over, and a very good one. And I want to see similar but the Asian version. Anybody want to comment on this one? Either billion new user issue or the person with accessibility issue. Yes, please.
My name is Jay. I'm from Hyderabad. So, on accessibility, I would like to touch upon the Indian context. I absolutely just want to give my comment. In fact, this is not a question. Somebody has raised the digital divide, how to handle the digital divide in the Indian context. Nearly 70% of the population are living in rural areas still in India. So, the person who is living in rural areas, villages, remote areas, who are unable to access the internet, the government of India has come up with a very beautiful model. They have created an entrepreneurship at village levels. Entrepreneurs. So the village level entrepreneur will act as a bridge between the government and local citizens. And typically these centers, the entrepreneurs will sit in a kiosk with a computer and an internet connection. So all the villages, all the localities will approach these entrepreneurs to access the government services. This is how the digital divide was lessened in Indian context, especially in the last 5-6 years. Apart from that, even with the recent smartphones, people are able to gradually become literate, digital literate, using these smartphones. See, traditionally, going to the classroom environment, learning the traditional lecture, so which is taking a lot of time. However, with these smartphone devices, people are able to grasp the technologies, grasp the environment in their handset. So, instead of waiting for the literacy to come up, but parallelly the technology.
Let me just get to the point that you are making. You're absolutely right. Scale in India is both an advantage and a disadvantage. There's a whole lot of things which are possible in India because we have scale. For example, our mobile telephony is a classic case. Nobody asked anybody how to use, how they learned to use the phone, right? They did, and there was a time which I think our international guests would find extraordinary, that we had more than 10 million users joining the networks every month. Right? That was the level of access. That was also the advantage of scale that we could provide in that radio. So that's one. The other thing is about the the e-governance and CSCs. I think you're talking about the common service centers. You're absolutely right. That's a very good thing. But unfortunately, the experience with them is not very exciting. They're not actually as successful on the ground as people had thought they would be. Because again, the real issue is whether there is relevance of, that people see in access to the internet. And the reason why that relevance is, the way to deal with just relevance is of course to deal with the ecosystem. I mean, if you have to not just have access, as somebody has pointed out, that I should have stuff that I'm interested in. I should have stuff that I can afford to access. I should have stuff that I'm not, I don't find, for which my disability is not a barrier. My language, my access, my lack of vision or whatever, all those things come in. So really, what we really need to do, and in India we are struggling with, is strengthening the ecosystem. We are not yet getting there as fast as we might, partly because of the reasons we have. We've already elicited. We are a multi-language, socially very different, culturally different. But I won't get into that. Just one more point, and I'll be happy to discuss other issues in the break. But what I was focusing on are those issues which are related to governance. Many of these things can be solved by markets. The markets have done wonders in countries like North America and Europe, where nobody told operators to offer this or that. It just happened. It's not happening here, so we need to worry why.
Okay, some of those issues show up in IGF, SIG, and the Research Education Network workshop. So please watch out, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, and